Yo, what's going on, everybody? Joe Jones, y'all are watching the Cup of Joe show. It's been a while since y'all seen me. I've been sick. Still sound all nasally today. But I get sick all the time. It seems like I get sick every 4 to 6 weeks. Terrible. I got a very weak immune system. Definitely got to work on getting my immune system strengthened. So I've been taking stuff for my immune system, like zinc and vitamin C, stuff like that. But I was so sick this past time that I don't know if I had COVID or not, but I felt like I was dying. It was bad. It was bad. But I got a second here to chat with y'all. Figured I'd jump on here real quick since it's been a minute. Let everybody know I'm doing all right. I'm doing good. Just getting ready for my next movie role. Let's see, getting ready for summertime. We're coming into our season for building and stuff. It gets real busy all summer long. So looking forward to that. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I got this AC on high because it doesn't get that cold, so you got to turn it all the way up just to try to live in Texas, you know. But it's been a pretty good day so far. Just been running errands and stuff, getting some stuff done. Looks like we got 2 or 3 people watching. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? And I know a lot of people have been reaching out to me, asking me what happened to the preaching channel, the ministry. And I made a post the other day on that channel, but I was just basically letting y'all know that I've had to take a break from that for a minute now. My living situation changed, so waiting on that to, you know, change back or gonna be moving somewhere else, really, is what I'm doing. So I'm waiting on this apartment. Should be moving to an apartment in like 2 to 3 weeks. So once I get settled in the new apartment, we'll be back on. We'll be doing our sermons and stuff like that. And I think you're really gonna like the Cup of Joe show even more than you do now, because we're just gonna be doing more stuff. When I get this new place, and the thing about my living situation now, I don't have much privacy, so I can't be too loud and stuff like that. When I get this new place, we'll be doing and probably be doing I can't remember what that thing is called, but StreamYard. Yeah, we'll be doing StreamYard so I can put people in the channel or on the live stream while I'm live. So if you want a chance to talk to me, or you want to jump in and say something, and I think I could do that on the live stream now, but I think I gotta send an invitation to put somebody in the box during the live stream, like right now. So we'll be doing that, though. You'll see a lot more of me having guests on the Cup of Joe show, because that's something that we've never done, and that's something that's pretty important, because I know a lot of people would like to be on this channel, and they've asked me over the years. I've gotten emails and stuff from a lot of people saying, hey, I want to be on the Cup of Joe show. But there is one person that I promised I would put. I said, if I ever go live and I have guests on the show, I said, I've got to put you on there first, because she is the person that put me on her channel. and she was doing StreamYard and stuff, and she had me as a guest multiple times. How many of y'all remember A Grandmother's Love, Miss Anita? So, gotta put Miss Anita on my channel first, because I promised her 3 or 4 years ago when I first met her on YouTube. You know, I said, if I ever go live and I have guests on this, you're gonna be the first guest I ever have. And I'm a man of my word, so that's what I'm gonna do, even though it's been 4 years. So, what's going on? So that's what I'm gonna do. And then, you know, if you want to be a guest on the show, shoot me an email, stuff like that, you know. And I mean, you know, like I say all the time, you got a business or something, you know, reach out to me. We'll put you on the channel. We'll let you talk about your business. Sorry about that. Being in Texas, this weather, even in a car with AC on, the heat in here, it made the phone overheat. So apologize for that. That's pretty annoying. One really annoying thing about living in Texas and having a not so great vehicle. But anyway, and I wanted to talk real quick about the stuff that I have been seeing lately. I saw a post the other day that somebody had, well, actually it was a video, and it's this guy that was upset. We'll just say upset. He was upset because he said, oh, why all of a sudden are we seeing all these black people on TV now? And there's all these black people on commercials and stuff. And he's like, tell me that. What happened to the white people being on commercials? And he's a white guy. And he's like, what happened to the straight white male in America? And so, of course, I go to the comment section to see what people are talking about. You know, what are they saying about this? And the majority of people are in agreement with this guy. And they're like, yeah, what is the deal with all these black people? And, you know, and they're just so upset that black people are, you know, getting a little more opportunity to be on TV. And because they're not seeing so many white people, they're crying about it. They're upset about it. And then I see a white woman had commented something like, yeah, and what's up with all these mixed couples that they're showing now? Absolutely disgusting. And so then you have like 400 comments under hers. Yeah, I can't believe they're trying to push this on us. I can't believe they're trying to make it seem like this is okay for our children to grow up mixing races. And so my question is, I'm trying to go about this very calmly. My question is, what is the problem with there being more black people on TV? And what is the problem with people marrying or dating interracially? When you say that, why are we seeing interracial couples, and you call them mixed couples, so you don't even know the proper term. You're calling, you know, it's called interracial couples. That's what we call it these days. But you got a problem with that? If you have a problem with both of those things, if you have a problem with seeing black people having more success in life, then you're a racist. And people are in the comments saying, well, I'm not a racist, but I agree. What the heck? What's up with that? Do you know how stupid you sound to first state you're not a racist and then go on to say something and agree with a racist remark? There's a lot of people that are very ignorant, very ignorant. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? And, you know, just the fact that people look at me, and because I'm now married, that's right, for those of you who don't know, I got married to a black woman, and they look at me and her and they say, that's disgusting. They don't need to be walking around holding hands because they're going to make my children think that it's okay. The fact that there's people out here like that, that's crazy. What's going on, Daphne? But that's crazy. You know, when will the world change? When are we going to change? So that was something that just I saw and I said, man, I got to make a video. I said, I got to make a video on that because this world is crazy, man. And if you're just tuning in, I sound a little different. That's because I've been really sick. I know I've been out for a minute, but I've just been super busy. You know, been super busy with life. So many things have been going on. Then I got super sick. I don't know if I had COVID or what, but I feel like I was on my deathbed. So thank God I'm okay. I'm recovering now, but it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. I don't usually get fevers and stuff, but I was running fever and man, all kind of stuff. So, yep, that's true. That's true. So, you know, I've just been trying to slowly get back in the gym and trying to prepare for this next movie role. I think I'm gonna get it. I don't think I'm allowed to say the name. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name yet or not. Probably. I mean, yeah. It's called First Baptist Church. So, but it's a horror movie. So this will be my first ever horror movie to be part of. I am going to be playing a deacon if I get the role. I've got to audition for it. That's true. It's very true, Daphne. Thank you. But so y'all just keep me in your prayers that I can crush this role and secure this, this movie. The other movie I'm in, it's a short film. I don't know if it's gonna be on Tubi or something, maybe. I don't know. But it should be out this month. They just finished up all the editing and stuff, so we should be doing the movie premiere this month. And hopefully getting it out pretty soon. Because that was a tough role that I had to play. But sometimes you have to portray these evil people. You have to portray them. To bring awareness that these type of people exist and that this type of stuff still happens every day. Because it does. Racism is very much alive, and it's starting to seem, from my point of view, it's starting to seem like people are becoming more open about it lately in the past few months, a lot more than they have in the past 10 years. Like the past few months, I have just seen people like really putting it out there and just like, I don't care. And so I'm just like, man, seems like this world is just going in reverse, We're going backwards, people. It's not a good thing. But I was talking to my wife about it yesterday, and it really helps you realize why there are certain channels like BET. And I used to ask myself when I was younger and didn't know any better, I was like, why is there a BET? I think it stands for Black Entertainment Television. And I said, why did they have their own channel? And I didn't understand why. And as you get older, and as you see, I have seen my own people get so upset when they see more black people on TV, more black people in commercials. So now they're freaking out and they're flipping out about it. And my wife told me last night, she said, now you see why we have our own channel. That is why. Because she said, if we don't, where do we fit in? And I said, wow. I said, I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know that white people get so upset behind closed doors, over movies and commercials and stuff. But it's like, there's a lot of people that they don't want to see other ethnicities scale up. They don't want everybody to sit at the table. Wow, I didn't know that. Jeez. That's crazy. Deborah, what's going on, sister? What up, shawty? Not much. Getting over another cold. I've been pretty sick for the past week and a half, so finally getting over it. Finally getting better. Getting back in the gym, and yeah, it's good to see you. I'm glad you were able to catch this live stream. That's awesome. It's always a pleasure to see y'all. I'm glad we got Daphne in here too. We got Keisha in here. So yeah, what's everybody up to? Up. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with DoorDash, though. DoorDash screwed me over, but that's okay, because I was warned about that, and I expected that, and so when it happened, I was protected from that. And that's all I can say, but thanks for the heads up. Appreciate that. Yeah. So, just trying to focus on my business again, getting out of the DoorDash, Uber Eats thing, and focusing on my business. It looks like God is really opening up some big doors for me right now. Hopefully my living situation is going to change in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and be in a better position in life, better place. I really got to move out of the place that I'm in right now. The area is getting pretty rough. We're having a lot of crime lately that we used to not have. My neighbor got his door kicked in and got robbed at gunpoint last year. There was 3 guys that kicked the door in and came in there and robbed him. He didn't even know who they were. It's that's crazy. So don't want that happening. Don't want that happening, none. But like I said, I had a minute to pull over and say hi to y'all. But life has been good. Got married about 2 weeks ago. For those of you who don't know, got married and life has been great. Marriage is going great. Married a beautiful woman who has always been good to me. You know, uh, and I always said, when you find the best girlfriend you've ever had, and you compare her to, the past 14 girlfriends that you've had, and your ex-wife, if she treats you better than all of them, you might want to go ahead and marry her. So we were together for 5.5 years, and I didn't want to get remarried again because my first marriage was so bad, but God had other plans, and here we are. So I'm very happy, though. I'm very, very happy in life right now. And so I think it was a great decision that I made. And she's happy. I'm happy. My daughter's really happy. So, yeah, I saw Sinners. I've saw Sinners probably 7 times now. I absolutely love that movie. Love it. Oh, thank you, Daphne. Appreciate that. Yes, she did. Yes, she did, Deborah. Yes, he did. Sorry, I'm mixing up my... Yes, God did bless me. And yes, she is a blessing to me. Absolutely. But, I try to be a blessing right back to her. I open the doors for her, when we get in the car and stuff. And so that's like a new thing that I just started doing. When I can remember, sometimes I forget, but I try to do it, now that we're married, I try to do as much as I can. But I've always opened doors for her. Like if we go in a building, like I don't let her touch the door. I always get the door for her. So it's kind of like if she opens the door for herself and I'm with her, then she's in trouble. Because I'm like, hey, you don't be opening the door for yourself. Let me get that for you. And y'all should be the same way. Let the man get the door for you. Let him show that he's a gentleman. Because you queens, you deserve to be treated like queens. That's the truth. And if a man isn't doing it, tell him. Say, hey, I would really like it if you open the door for me. And you could say, like, I really like chivalry. And all the things that come with chivalry. You better not, Joe. Hallelujah. Oh, man. This AC is like blasting right in my face. Sorry, y'all. But yeah. Yeah, life is good. My life is finally starting to take some different turns. Usually my life for about 12 years has been just a downward spiral. But if you run from God and you choose to ignore what he's telling you to do and you're living in disobedience from God, then sometimes your life's gonna go down. God speaks to us. We got to learn to listen to God, and we have to do what he's saying. So we don't want to live in disobedience to God. We want to live in obedience to God. What's the saying? Obedience is better than sacrifice. So that really tells me that God really wants us to obey. So here in the last, I'd say 6 months, I've really been trying to tap into what God is telling me and obey. Because doing it our way, sometimes you'll try to do it your way for years and years. It's like God will just step back and wait. And then you realize, like, okay, I've done everything I can to do it my way and nothing's working. And you got to ask yourself, okay, God, what's your way? And you do it his way, and then immediately things start turning around for you. So I figured, I'll start doing it God's way again. So because God had been calling me back to the ministry for a while, and I didn't want to get back into it for a long time, but got to answer that call. Because every time I would go to church, I would just feel like God is telling me, hey, that's where I want you. I want you on the stage one day. I want you preaching. I want you spreading my message on YouTube and stuff like that. Anywhere you can, Don't have to be on a stage. You could be anywhere. But God wants you to share his message. Sorry, I had to put these on because this AC is like just blasting me, I'm telling y'all. The Easter sermon, I think that's the week I was supposed to do that. I think is when my living situation changed and I wasn't able to do that sermon, and I haven't been able to do a sermon since. Some people said, well, you could just do it in your car, but I mean, I do that here on the Cup of Joe show, but I don't want to do that in a more like professional setting, a more professional channel that's it's a ministry channel, so I wanted to be more professional. I don't just want to do it in the car, I want to be at the podium. So I did not do an Easter sermon, unfortunately, which sucked because I was really planning on that one. I really wanted to put something together that was going to be like, wow, that was a great sermon. Wow. Man, there's nothing like hot water. Amen? Water's water. Nothing like spilling it all over you. Dude, come on. Man. But, yeah. No, I think we all missed it though, unfortunately. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not really thinking of a sermon. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta take my truck to the shop tomorrow morning. Truck's been broke down again for maybe 4 months. This truck has just given me hell. I have taken this engine apart so many times. I have become a diesel mechanic since buying this diesel truck. Berthello, what's going on? Hey. Good to see you. But I have basically become a diesel mechanic. I mean, I've thrown so many parts at that truck. And they say on the diesel forums on Facebook not to do that, because they said that just take it to a mechanic and get it diagnosed, but it's so expensive because they've got to take the engine apart. But it's like, if you don't, you're going to pay so much more money throwing parts at this truck. There's so many things that could go out on a diesel. Like when you try to start a diesel, it could be 50 different things. But if you have a normal gas car, it could be like 3 or 4. but on a DC it could literally be 50. And I've replaced like 46 things, like literally. Hey, I miss you too. Good to see you. I'm really glad to be back. I've been sick. As you can still hear in my voice, I'm still kind of sick, but I'm back. And, things are about to change here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And the Cup of Joe show is going to take a whole different turn. I'm telling y'all. We're gonna try to get the original camera I used to use for the channel, the microphone, the podcast. We're gonna try to set up a actual podcast. I used to have like a type of podcast. You can check out some of my older videos. I had a little microphone set up, whatever, kind of going on. But I want to set up like an actual podcast studio. What's going on, Paula? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm good now. But we're gonna try to make it into the actual Cup of Joe show. We're gonna have guests on the show and stuff like that. There's a lot of directors and producers that I know that I want to put on my show. I know a lot of writers, authors, comedians, and all these people I'm talking about. They're all black male and females. And I say that, I make it a point to say that because I want to invest in black directors, black movies, stuff like that. I think it's important, like black businesses in general. So that's very important. I do still have the ministry. But I was telling everybody earlier, my living situation has changed. So I don't have anywhere to film inside. So that's kind of been like a big hiccup. But I'm looking to move in about maybe 2 to 4 weeks, hopefully 2 weeks, trying to get this new apartment. And that way I'm going to have a separate room that I can turn into my office again, and I can have the whole setup, and we can really be digging into the Word of God. So, just hang in there. We're going to get back into it, hopefully 2 to 4 weeks, and we're going to be back stronger than ever. We're going to be back. So we're going to be doing more short films and stuff. And like I was saying earlier, I've got a film that I'm getting ready for right now. I've got an audition for. It's called First Baptist Church. I'm going to be auditioning for a deacon role, and it's a horror movie. So I don't know what it's about yet. I haven't read the script or anything like that, but I'm excited that this came across my desk and that we could you're taking a shot at this. I've never been in a horror movie or anything like that, but I'm sure that it would glorify God in the end, because that's the most important thing. If you're going to be in a horror movie, and because I'm trying to make movies myself, so if I ever make a horror movie, that's cool, people like that, but it has to glorify God in the end. So in the end, it would be if I make one, it's going to be the classic, just promoting God, promoting the power of God. Because evil is powerful, yes. It is very powerful. There are some serious powers in this world, but guess who's greater? He's greater. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So no matter what, man. And the good thing is, y'all know that verse that says that at the name of Jesus, every demon in hell trembles with fear. Every demon trembles just at the mention of his name. That's power. So as powerful as evil is in this world, good is so much more powerful, so much greater. God is so much greater that just at the mention of his name, they are afraid. They hit the ground. That's true power. So I want to make a horror movie that glorifies God in that sense. That when we cast out a demon, he's gone. We're not interviewing demons, we're casting demons out. Right? And we're glorifying Christ. The power of the blood of Christ. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. She said it. Said, you better ask somebody. Amen. Let's see. Let me go back up here. So glad to hear somebody invested in black media, movies, writing, etc. Some folks are angry because Sinners has made so much money. And that's kind of one of the reasons that I went back so many times. I went and saw it 7 times, and I was talking to my wife about it last night. You know, and I said, I'm glad that, you know, they took, you know, hey, take my money, you know, because I think you're right. I think a lot of people are mad because it's like a predominantly, I guess you could say, black movie, you know, and it did really, really good. So it was a movie made by them, made for them, made about them and the history and the culture of black people. And I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I went and saw it 7 times. I even saw it in XD, which is like IMAX. So I paid extra one day to see it. But I took everybody I knew. Everybody I knew. I didn't go alone. I never go to the movies alone. Makes me feel like a loser. It makes me sad. So anytime I go, I take, you know, 2 or 3 people, sometimes 4 people with me. And I'll pay for all of us. So, you know, I would like to see a part 2. How many of y'all would like to see a part 2 of that movie? That's how good it was. I know some people say, no, they didn't leave it the way it is, but I just, you know, I thought it was a good movie. Maybe they could follow Stack's life, you know, what happened in between, you know, in between 1994 and 1940 something. 1943 and 1994, or 92, I mean, whatever. But, yeah. So, I'm definitely for it, you know, I'm happy. And I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more. But it's just crazy to me, the white people, they get so mad. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the reason I want to come on here is talk about that. The white people, they got mad that there are more black people being shown in commercials and movies. And they're like, oh, we gotta, you know, we've got to protect the white culture and it's under attack and blah, blah, blah. And they're promoting interracial couples and it's disgusting to me and it makes me sick to my stomach. Please, shut up. When you act like it is disgusting for a white man to kiss a black woman and you say that's disgusting, you know what's disgusting? What you're saying, your attitude towards that is disgusting. You're disgusted by love? You're disgusting to me. That's gross. That you're disgusted with seeing 2 people from 2 different cultures, 2 different backgrounds find love. You know, that's one of the hardest things that you can do in this world is love somebody that is opposite from you, and these people find love and you say it's disgusting. You're disgusting. And if you don't like it, mind your own damn business. How about that? Security is bliss. Grow the heck up. That's right. Some don't really understand the meaning, but you're another race. Doesn't mean you can't learn or enjoy, but the other race should very much No, because their ancestors were there also. That's true. That's true. Very true. What's going on, Linda? Linda Walker. Everybody say hi to Linda. That's my girl right there. I know a song about Linda too. Now I'm lying here with Linda on my mind. I can't even sing today. On my mind. And next to me, my soon to be, the one I left behind. Look at this cheap deodorant. And Lord, it's killing me to see her crying. She knows I'm lying here beside her with Linda on my mind. I sound different because I'm sick, but I did my best. Yeah, that was by Mr. Conway Twitty. That's my favorite singer of all time. Y'all know that. Speaking of Conway Twitty, it is almost 6 o'clock here in Texas, and it looks like, for me, it is goodbye time. But I sure enjoyed hanging out with y'all today. And don't worry, I plan on coming back live, let's see, probably not tonight or tomorrow, but maybe Saturday. Might try to go live Saturday night. Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. You kick off your shoes and you throw them on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night. Y'all remember that one? I know y'all do. But, all right, ladies, you beautiful ladies. Please, please, please be careful out there. It's a crazy world. Be safe. Oh yeah, I will be. I will be. When I'm back to 100% Saturday, hopefully, we're gonna be on one. We're gonna be on one, girls. So, but until then, love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, be safe. Please, God bless y'all. Tomorrow is Friday, so finish the week strong. And take it easy this weekend. Enjoy your weekend. If you don't see me, if you don't catch me this weekend, I'll probably be live, but if you don't catch the live stream, if you're busy, I'll see you. And you can always tune in after the live stream's over. You know, you could just pretend that I'm live. Just pretend that I'm still alive, and I'm singing this very song to you. I don't have any lips. I can't do that too much. Ooh. Look at me, making fun of myself. But, you know, anyway, I better go. Shoot, just broke that. Whoops. Okay, we fixed it. Anyways, all right, ladies, until next time, I'm Joe Jones. This is the Cup of Joe Show, and this right here has just been your daily dosage.